Well, hey, y'all, and welcome to the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch. I'm Susan, your hostess, and we're here with Uncle Sam. Isn't he cute? He's got a little teddy bear, y'all. That's Uncle Sam. Something I picked up at a thrift store. Look at him. Isn't he cute? Oh, my goodness. So he's going to be hanging around today. And excuse me while I adjust my crown. We're going to have some fun today, but we're going to get some adulting out of the way also. So I'm looking forward to talking with everybody today. We're going to start out by going over our list of current channel members. And I did give 5 memberships this morning. So if you're one of the lucky ones, congratulations. So our channel members, whether you're paid or you get a free membership from me, you get some perks. And I hope that you are enjoying them. Life of Lucretia, Triple Threat Firearms and Defense, McKay 235, Ariel Viking Venturer and Victuals, Team Jesus Ministers, Smoky Mountain Blessed, Fresh and Fire Backyard Living, Gail's Southern Living, Christy Betts, Jamie's Country Living, P&J's Homestead Adventures, Simply Jan Homestead, Miss Sharon, Jake Hudson, Storyteller Donnie, Indiana Backyard Gardener, The Butt Files, Blessed to Crochet, Life in the Piedmont, Suzanne Goulet, Shannon, My Little Homestead, Sweet Melissa, Corner Clubhouse Cobalt, Jennifer Ocean Homestead, and Garden State So-and-so. So those are the current members. I like our current members. Welcome in, Mountain Grandma. That's Miss Tammy and Christy Betts. So thank you so much for coming in. I'm going to get your name on my list so I will remember to go by your channel and give you some watch time. We're going to be changing up some of the things that I'm doing with watch time as this channel grows. I may do a wheel later on my lives and just pull so many names from that list. I'm trying to make sure that I'm hitting all my commenters on my videos. Also, I may or may not be able to leave you a comment or even, for that matter, hit the like button. But if you notice a little extra watch time on a certain day, just know that was me coming by and sharing some love with you. We are also running some of our friends that needed some watch time. Now, I do not do a watch hour playlist from your channel per se. I go and pull videos. And if you watched Gail and Heather's live yesterday evening, their guest was Bushcraft Family. He was dropping a lot of tips for YouTubers to help you grow your channel and understand everything that goes into gaining those watch hours, keeping those watch hours, including how we view them. So y'all need to go back and watch that. When one of my moderators comes in the house, I might ask them to drop that link. So y'all kind of remind me. And I do have a question at the top I would like for y'all to answer. And we'll be checking on that towards the end of this live. Hey, P&J, welcome in. I'm going to get your names right one of these days. I just am not good with names. So y'all have to forgive me. Yes, we have some new members. I'm excited about that. I also have some new channel members, which I'm also always thankful for, the channel friends that come in. So Paula and Jason, I'm going to write that down so maybe I will be able to look back and learn y'all's names. It took me 2 years to learn 2 different channels' names, so don't be in a rush for me to learn it. Well, I have picked some topics today. One of the topics is I'm homesick. We'll get into that in a little bit, but that's what the question is about at the top of your chat. So y'all make sure y'all are clicking on that because I do want to check that poll towards the end of this live. Paula and Jason. So I'd appreciate if y'all would just do me a favor and real quickly go share me out. I want to see 100 people come through chat today. If we can make it in an hour and a half, that would be wonderful. So y'all go pull some friends and tell them to jump on board. We're going to have a fun time here. You're not going to miss anything until we get there. But 100 friends live. Can we do it? I'm hoping and praying we can do it. Hey, the Bud Files. That's Miss Sue. I'm pretty sure that's Sue watching us. They have a unique channel. They go and visit different places, and they do a lot of history on their channel. They do some crafting on there. They have 2 children. Great couple, and very, very down to earth, and you will love them. Let's see. P&J, Paula and Jason had a video out on how to kill the grass and weeds without harming all your other plants and, you know, the insects like the bees and the butterflies. And they used a 30% vinegar. And we need some of our moderators to jump in here so we can get some of these links being dropped. I would like to have some moderators in here. I may just go ahead and make somebody else a moderator real quick. Let me see. I know Tammy is busy. Christy is always here. And I'm going to put you in as a standard moderator, Christy, and you can kind of figure it out. But you can go to P&J's Homestead Adventure channel. You just click on them, go to channel, and look for that video about the weed killer. That was a great, great video. Hey, Rita. Rita's Roost is in the house. Welcome in. Welcome in. Rita has a great channel. She's actually got 2 channels now. I don't keep up with the second one as much as I do her main channel, but one of them is a quilting channel, and the other one she does a lot of the homesteading stuff. She's a great lady, real sweet and personable. Yeah, you can do it on your phone. It's kind of easy. You can try, you know, just go in there and kind of look, and you'll see some different options. You should be able to do that. And I think I'm going to go ahead and make P&J a moderator as well. Let me get in here. Well, I didn't want to go to the channel. I'm doing things backwards today. There, P&J. Add as a moderator. They can go grab theirs. And then we'll come back and we'll grab Gail and Heather's, our bushcraft family, one of those 3 lives that he is talking about all these great tips for our YouTube community. And I think I'm going to grab Rita as well. I've known Rita for quite a while now. I don't get around to everybody's channels as much as I want to, but I'm trying to, y'all. Just believe me, I am trying to catch everybody I can when I have a free moment. It has been crazy hectic around here for the last several months. I have gone through some sickness. I'm getting over that. Praise the Lord, I'm getting over that. I'm getting my blood sugar back into the normal range, which is going to clear up some of the other issues that came along. So praise the Lord for that as well. And I am so thankful for everybody that has prayed for me. We have been dealing with well issues. And my husband fixed one well issue and then another one happened. He was in the shower and all of a sudden he had no water whatsoever. So he got partially clean that night, was able to towel off and went out to check the well and couldn't figure it out. So we called a well company out here. There's going to be a little short coming out over the weekend of the company because I wanted to give them a shout out. They did just a great job of fixing our well. It turns out that we had some loose wires in there. The wiring was going bad, and the well pump itself was going bad. So they had to pull up all that pipe and pull up that well pump and replace that. Had it done in a very short amount of time. I was really, really pleased at how quickly they got everything done, and they got out here the day we called within no time. So we were really, really pleased with them. We had another well company that we used to call that cheated us, and we will never use them again. Hey, Luann with Luann's Kitchen, welcome in. So if everybody would just do me the favor and share me out, and let's get people into the chat. LSP, the freckle-faced artist. Love your channel, by the way, LSP, because I'm an artist too, and I just like what you're doing on your channel. That's so interesting. Hey, Bella's Whisper Farmstead, Miss Kristen. Let me get you written down. I appreciate everybody that's coming in. We are going to be talking about a lot of different topics, but we're going to have a little fun with this as well. I've got a question at the top I would like everybody to answer. There's Luann again with Blackberry Rock Homestead. So thank you for doing that, Luann. Y'all make sure you're sharing this out. One of the things I can tell you is I had a major drop in my watch hours. Now, your watch hours goes by a 365-day cycle, so every day it's different. But when it drops 200 watch hours, you start getting concerned. Mine dropped 200, and it's on its way to 300. Now, I know there are lulls, that we go through and so forth, but this is one of the reasons I'm really pushing to get 100 people into the chat today, is to bring those hours back up because I do not want my hours to drop so low that I go below the 4,000 watch hours required to keep your monetization. We work so hard to get that monetization, and when you lose it, it's really hard to get it back. So it's really important for everybody to be watching one another's channels when they drop videos and trying to get into the lives as much as possible. I know we can't watch everybody, but we can go in for a few minutes here and there as we are able. And, putting people on your watch later list is so, so vitally important. So you can run that list, but just make sure that every so often you're commenting on a video. If you can't comment on everything, because I'm one of those people that cannot comment all the time. Now, I try to comment on everybody that comes through my live. But if you watch videos of mine throughout the week, just know that I am putting you on that watch later list. I am watching some of your videos, but I may or may not be able to comment. I'm also trying to pull in some of the lives that I missed that I wanted to see. Let me get some water. I'm getting hoarse. No problem, Tina. We just appreciate you being here. I've got Gail in the basement. How about that? Y'all want to see Gail come up? Life in the Piedmont, Tina. Yay, Gail.
Pop-up surprise up here.
Yay, Gail Raid.
Gail Raid, yeah. I was like, I'm just going to surprise her. I said, I could come up for a little bit. I do have 2 other lives today. We're doing Make and Mingle at 1:30, and then I'm doing my monetization celebration for Broken Hearts Ministry at tonight. So, yeah.
I'm so excited that you got that channel monetized.
Me
that
too.
That money is going to go
about
directly.
800 more hours to get the next section, but
yeah.
Yeah, but that's okay. I'm happy. I'm very pleased. I
Well,
had God's help, so
yeah, we're still trying to work our way through some of your videos on that channel. I know I'm so far behind, but Gail's second channel is Broken Hearts Ministry, and everything that she makes monetized on that channel goes directly into the ministry that
yep.
takes care of the homeless in her community. So y'all make sure you go over and connect with Gail's Southern Living and Broken Hearts Ministry. And I'm asking our moderators to drop y'all's live yesterday with Heather and Bushcraft Family, because there's so much good information in that.
Yeah, I think we did pretty good on that.
I think y'all did excellent on that.
Thank you. We worked really hard on it. There's been a lot of replays because there's a lot of good YouTube tips in there on both my side and Heather's side. So, and I put them in a playlist, my live and her live. Yeah. So I'm going to put them all in a playlist together.
So this is the Let's Be Friends live. And y'all, I'm homesick. I am homesick for family that I can no longer see anymore. I'm homesick for my children that I don't see enough. And I'm homesick for our country to get back on track. I don't know how many of y'all out there are homesick like that, but it's just been a real burden on my heart. But we're going to do something about it. Our state is actually doing 30 days of prayer, and it has been signed by Governor Lee for the month of July, where we're fasting and praying every day for our state. And I'm hoping more states catch on to this. They are putting God first, which is unusual for a legislative body to do. Awesome. And I'm super, super excited about that. So we're going to do this. We're going to say, let's make America fun again. We want to have fun. And, you know, we do so much adulting on YouTube, but we need to have a little bit of letting your hair down, straightening your crown kind of thing going on, and just enjoying life in general. So we have all kinds of great open collaborations going on. That's a good way for y'all to get noticed out there.
Just spelled for Ariella's collaboration, hashtag outdoor club collaboration, open collaboration.
Yeah, it was outdoor tour club or something like that.
Tour club, yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I did one on that, and we went to a local graveyard, which was nice. It was a nice, enjoyable time for me and my husband. I know graveyard sounds morbid, but actually there's so much vital information
out there.
Yeah, there's so much vital information you can glean by going to a graveyard. My oldest daughter, actually got married in a graveyard, in a crystal. Somebody had made like a cave, and it was a crystal cathedral type situation inside. It was absolutely stunning to go inside. And they had all the stages of Jesus' life portrayed all the way around this thing. It was gorgeous. So go visit a graveyard. That's awesome. might give you a reason to really live your life.
Hey, let him go. Sorry, I have cats wrestling over here. Let the baby boys go. Big boy and baby boy. Big boy had baby boy down on the ground, holding him down, and I was worried that he was like choking him. So I was like, yeah.
Well, thank you. I'm getting names wrong again already. Paula and Jason for dropping Gail's links. I appreciate you doing that.
Thank you, guys.
I'm going to learn your names. I promise you, I'm going to learn your names. So we're here to meet and greet, to connect and grow. We're going to be doing a lot of general chat, but we're going to also be talking about gardening and homesteading and childhood memories. What is your favorite childhood memory, Gail?
Well, I grew up not wealthy. I grew up poor. And so we had some pretty lean Christmases. And so my dad would do interesting and fun things to try to spruce it up. So he actually cut down a tree out in the woods because we couldn't afford to buy one that year. and they actually went at dumpster diving, and my dad found a big old bag full of bows. Somebody had gotten rid of some Christmas bows, and that year, that's what we put on our Christmas tree, was different bows. Some were solid, some were patterned, and that was our tree that year, was a home cut tree and all those pretty bows. And then my uncle Sonny brought over gallon-sized bags full of fruit and candy and money and all kinds of stuff. That was his stocking. He'd bring the thing. So those are my good. Most of my memories are of Christmas Eve, because that's like my favorite time. Just being with family, not about the things, but just spending time. We usually like play games on Christmas Eve, so that's like my favorite day of the year. I love it. Like, don't even try to fight with me on Christmas Eve, because it's not going to happen. I'm just going to like walk away. I'm like, nope, we're not fighting today. You're not ruining my Christmas Eve.
I asked everybody to answer a poll question at the top. And one of the things I asked them to do was to drop what they're homesick for. So that's what I'm going to be pulling up. You're going to see that coming along. That is a great memory, by the way. See, it doesn't take money to do things like that, and that memory sticks with you. I remember my dad would do anything for anybody. And one of the men on our street was actually stealing our car at night, bringing it back. And my dad was noticing the gas was, lower than it should have been when he get up in the morning to go to work. So he sat up one night and waited and watched. And this man came out and he jerry-rigged the ignition and started the car up and backed it down the driveway, turned the lights on. And my dad ran down the hill and caught him before he left. And he says, you're my neighbor. I'm not going to report you to the police, but why are you doing this? And the man says, my car won't start. I've got to go to work or my family won't eat. My dad drove him to work for at least a week and went over there every day after work and worked on this man's car until it was running. That is a memory that I have stuck in my mind. Mm-hmm. And it's such a refreshing thing because you don't see that happening anymore. Playing games. Christy says she always played games with her kids on New Year's Eve. We played games with my grandkids when they would come up when they were little. I have all kinds of board games and stuff, and we would play games with them. I want it to create memories for them because, time on earth is shorter than we realize. We don't know how long a life is going to be for someone. So
I love you to your family members right now.
Exactly. Absolutely. Love the people that you're with and be with them as much as possible. If you love somebody, go visit them. Make a phone call, just to brighten their day. Smile at a stranger. I always say smile at a stranger because you don't know what they're going through that day. And that may be the only happy moment they have. And they'll remember that. They'll say, that person smiled at me and I don't even know why.
Yeah, there's a lot of lonely people on YouTube. So, look out for your comment section. The one that's commenting 50 billion times a day, they're probably lonely and bored.
Yes.
And they need you.
There's so many people that are shut in as well that are on YouTube. And that's what they do all day is they watch videos and comment. Yeah, Christy says other people were out drinking and I was at home playing Monopoly. Thank you, Andy. I appreciate you coming in. Thank you for that. Just gave me a super chat.
Oh, that's cool. Thank you, Andy.
Andy, if you want to be on my live sometime, just shoot me an email. I'd love to have a conversation with you. Got your name written down?
4th of July headgear. That's really cool.
Thank you. I'm going to wear it until the batteries wear out.
Might as well get your use out of it.
Well, it said on the package that you can replace the battery, so I'll probably put it up for next year. Walmart had these for about $3.50 or something like that. And I probably could have gone to Dollar Tree and gotten the same thing for $1.25.
And maybe a
Yeah.
cheaper version, but yeah.
Yep. So I have childhood memories of friends. Of course, almost all my friends when I was real little were boys. I had one little girl that lived next door to me, but she was about 6 years older than me. So by the time I was starting school, she was in high school and didn't want nothing to do with me anymore.
Yeah, at that point, yeah.
Yeah, but
I
I
had
had,
boys and girls. My parents were very strict, so all the kids used to come to my house because my daddy liked to keep an eye on us. So all the kids would come to our house and they'd be knocking on the door. Can Cody come out and play? Or can Gail come out and play? They'd be knocking on the door. So we had a great
always,
time.
always.
We
Well,
played baseball and all kinds of games and frisbee. We would play frisbee for hours, hours and hours.
yeah, we played Fort and Cowboys and Indians and all kinds of boy games because they were boys. Oh,
Yeah,
I'd
we
bring
played
my
football
Barbies
and
over,
baseball
and
and board games too.
My Barbie would date their GI Joes, so we made it work. But we were little kids, you got to understand we were small little kids, and we had an imagination because we didn't have the game systems that we have today, where our
Yeah,
kids are just absorbed in that and they don't do anything else. Hey,
that's
Mark,
right.
welcome in. That's Corner Clubhouse Cobalt.
Hi, Mark. Yeah, yeah, we used to play a ton of games in the yard. Like we loved to play outside. I I had my neighbors next door had a nephew come stay the summer with them, and I had the biggest crush on him. And his name was Mark. And he was only there for the summer, and we used to play frisbee, but he didn't like me. He actually liked my older sister Gretchen. So that didn't work out, but it was fun. I had a great time. It was a great summer.
It sounds like it was a lot of fun. Of course, in the summertime, it was water balloons. And hey, Nancy, I didn't see you come in. I had to go back up. Water balloons and squirt guns. And occasionally we would have a little pool that we could wade through. Water hose, spraying each other with a water hose. Although mother put a limit on how long we could run it,
Yeah,
because back then everything was
yeah,
on the utilities.
budget.
Um, and I couldn't go over to a friend's house but for 1 hour. Yeah, 1 hour. That was the limit. Just one. And I had to be home exactly when that hour was up. So whatever time it took me to get there and back was minus from that hour. And I would tell
Hmm.
my friend's mom, I've got to be back home by such and such time. Make sure that I leave here X amount of time beforehand. But it taught me how to be on time. So,
My
I think
parents were
about
very strict too.
yeah, I think about those things. And I think about other things. My mom in the kitchen cooking, or her Saturday morning was cleaning day. We all had to move furniture. The
Hmm.
Every floor in the house the furniture was moved, mopped, waxed, and sometimes we did wax removal, then waxed, and it
Hmm.
had to be buffed.
We
And
had chores. We had a list of chores in the winter and in the summer. We had, of course, more in the summer. Dad was a house painter, and mom would go with him. So she was pretty much a house painter too. And so they would be gone all day in the summer. And since I was the second oldest, I had to make sure the two kids underneath me I had to do my chores and make sure they did their chores. Then if everybody finished their chores, we could go out and play in the pool for a while. And I had to, of course, stay out there with them. But yeah, it was fun. So
yeah,
that was a good way to motivate them. We can go in the pool if you finish your chores. So,
see, my dad was an upholsterer, and he worked for Holiday Woodcraft, which was part of Holiday Inns, and he did all the work for them years and years. And Holiday Inn every year would throw a carnival for all the employees' children, and I used to love to go to that. And then mother babysat. So from a very young age, I learned how to take care of children, especially babies. She didn't like getting into the toddler years. She did for a few families, but not very many. And then they would go on to, nursery school or whatever. But most of the time, once they were potty trained and walking, they were going somewhere else. And the families just absolutely loved her and doted on her because they would come and she would have baked all these goodies for them to take home. All the children's diapers had been rinsed out because back then it was all cloth diapers. They'd all been fed and ready for bed, basically washed and everything, ready for mom and daddy to take them home. And they could relax their evening and just put the baby to bed. And it was a lot of good growing up years while I had her. So I desperately am homesick for my mom. She died when I was 23, but at age 13, she had that water on the brain and they drained it and she didn't have any memory after that. So they found out later on that that was indeed Alzheimer's, but back then they didn't know what it was.
Yeah.
So I felt like I lost her twice, but you know, I have all the good memories and I'm hanging on to those good memories. My mother was very strict with me. You know, she was the corporal punishment. Go get the switch. And if you didn't bring it in long enough, she'd send you back out again and you get twice the switching.
That was my dad, but it wasn't the switch. It was the belt.
Yeah. And then my dad, he was just laid back and everything just rolled off his back.
It's the opposite with me. Dad was strict and mom was lenient.
Yeah. So
but she had to be strict because dad was there.
Yeah. So dad would take me to his upholstery shop. He worked a full-time job during the day and a full-time job at night for himself. He was an entrepreneur and he knew his trade very, very well. Yeah, I used cloth diapers with my kids because they would get rashes from the disposable diapers. And the only time they ever wore a disposable diaper was if we had to travel a long distance and I couldn't rinse the diapers out. Hey, Maritza's Yarn and Crafts, welcome in. Y'all share this live out.
Please hit the thumbs up for Susan, guys.
Yeah, absolutely. We're trying to shoot to get 100 people through the chat. I want to see more people coming through chat. So if y'all could do that, share me out on your channel. I would greatly, greatly appreciate it. And y'all know that I go every week and I watch your videos. So I'm not really asking a whole lot to ask you to do that little simple favor for me. I enjoy taking care of everybody. You know, I kind of have a mothering instinct. So that's part of the reason I do this is I want everybody else to enjoy the fruits of our labors.
Yeah. Well, Heather and I worked really hard on that series. And I was a little bit nervous. I really wanted it to go well. And I really wanted people to learn some good YouTube tips. So I think it's got a pretty good reception. And I'm hoping next week next time we do it, we'll have even more people come in. So waiting on an email and then I'm going to send another email. But I have about 3 guests scheduled for that.
Awesome.
So if you have any suggestions of channels over 5K that might consider doing it, let me know.
Rita's Roost. Rita's Roost might be interested in doing something like that.
Write her name down. Let me write her name down real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I want to hit some different genres too.
Yeah.
I got Lulu's Treasure Trove, and she's a crochet channel. Butler Family Farm is a homesteading channel, and Bland's Promised Land Ranch is also a homesteading channel. So I'm trying to kind of vary the genres as well.
That's good. That's good. Let me mark this off. I do want to say I always welcome in small and large channels. The size of your channel doesn't matter. The size of your heart does. So y'all are always welcome in my lives. So, you know, I appreciate each and every one of you that come through. This morning I woke up, I think I had 1,675 friends on the channel. So I'm moving towards that 2,000. I'm excited about that. I'm not going to do a giveaway for that, but I am doing a giveaway for the Fall Fest 24.
I hope that'll help you clinch some new friends. I changed a few of the rules around for Fall Fest, hoping that we could, hang on to all of these that we get, So I tried to strengthen the rules back a little bit to hopefully help. So we'll see how it goes.
And then I'm going to do a giveaway for the Scarecrow 24 and also for the 1896 Fanny Farmer recipes. So we're going to have, at least 3 giveaways coming up.
Yeah.
And occasionally I will give out something on my live. So you never know when I'm going to do this. It's going to be something homesteading related, I'm pretty sure.
Because and I am scheduled with you on August 12th to talk about Fall Fest. Is that right?
Yes, and I'm excited to be getting there because I
saw
love
you on the
Fall
calendar
Fest.
the other day, and I was like, that must be for Fall Fest. I'm scheduled on yours and on Jan's, and I want to try to set up some more during the month of August. I want to try to get scheduled, or even the end of July. I want to get scheduled with some channels to come up and talk about Fall Fest. So if you're listening to the sound of my voice here in Susan's thing, if you're willing to have me come up and talk about the Fall Fest 24 giveaway collaboration, please send me an email, gailsouthernliving@gmail.com.
Absolutely. Y'all, it's so important for us to get out there in the community. So if you're interested in either one of us, all you have to do is shoot us an email and we'll try to work with you. I just can't do weekends or nights because my husband's home. We live in a double wide and sound travels. He watches television. So I try not to, interfere with that time with him. Hey, Adenir, welcome in.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So channel tips and growth were on your live. And one of the ones that I was interested in was the watch hours. Is it beneficial for us to be doing playlists, running playlists and trading playlists?
I still feel like it is, only because I can see the hours going up and there's no other way to explain it. Like how did Broken Hearts Ministry get monetized and has very low amount of views on the videos? It had to be my friends that helping me that, so, but I do agree. You should be careful with it.
Yeah. Well, one of the things he was talking about was if we're running somebody's playlists on 3 different devices, what happens with those watch hours? Well, it turns out that Google can tell if you're running more than one device, and they can tell if you're running it on a television or separate, like a computer and your cell phone. So you may lose watch hours if somebody's doing all 3 at the same time.
We'll see. If something happens to Broken Hearts Ministry, I will report that and let you know. But I
know for a fact I have somebody that does that. They let me know that they're doing it. And I am appreciative anytime somebody is doing any kind of watch time on my channel. But I can tell you that it does, in fact, mess with your hours because you may be up one day and then you drop real low the next day because of it. Thank you for coming in, Luann.
One thing I did notice, though, he said no more than 20 videos per playlist.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go back and revamp some of my playlist according to what he said.
Yeah,
so
I've got
the number.
I've got a lot of playlists, and I'm not going to mess with, the numbers or anything, but I am going to take the times off because they are no longer accurate. There for a while, when I was first growing my channel and it was being suggested, set you up a 10-hour playlist, a 20-hour playlist, et cetera, et cetera. And then somebody said, make you a master playlist. Well, then somebody else says, don't call it master playlist. Find a fun name. So mine is the Long and Winding Road. And that's what I'm using as my master playlist now.
Yeah. I think mine says everything.
I think if we categorize as much as we possibly can our playlist, that helps people that are interested in certain topics that we might be covering. A lot of mine were generalized at the beginning, so I'm starting to break away from that now. Yeah. I'm still adding the video to that, but I'm also breaking it into another playlist for people that want to watch just, like my canning. So that's what I'm going to be doing going forward.
I
I
want
don't
to
know.
try to take 1 or 2 pieces of advice from every channel on the live series. I want to take 1 or 2 pieces of advice. So one of the things I wanted to do was the 20, try to get some of my list down to the 20. And then I'm going to listen back to everything he said. He also did mention to do an intro on your lives. So the 20 and the intro on your lives are the 2 I want to take, but I want to re-listen to it with some paper, because sometimes I was involved with chat and I didn't get to hear everything. So I'm going to re-listen to it
Yeah, I'm going to
again
go back
so I can hear.
I'm going
And
to
I
be
think that's what people are doing. They're going back and re-listening. And I think everybody's going to have something really different, different take on it. And you may agree with one and not agree with another one. I think Jerry at Butler Family Farm is going to be a great guest as well. He was in the chat last night, as well as Cindy from Lulu Treasures Trove. So they were kind of checking out the series, but they're already signed up for dates.
Hey, Heather, welcome in. I'm going to be rewatching it too because I didn't get to watch the whole thing. We had to go run an errand.
Yeah, I ran, I listened to Heather's version of the live. In other words, the live, but on Heather. This morning while I was getting ready, I was listening to her on the TV, but I didn't get to catch all of it. So I'm going to listen. But
so I'm going to go back and I'm just going to grab my notepad and I'm going to take notes.
Really good. You had some really good questions in the live, Susan. And if you could remember some of those and text them to me later, I might can add them to the thing, to the list.
Yeah, I'll try to remember, but I don't. My memory's about
Maybe I could, when I'm sitting there with my notepad one day, and going through Bushcraft Families Live, I'll try to write some of that, because I tried to pull the questions up like you pulled up Luann's comment there. I tried to pull the questions up where people could see them, so I should be able to see the questions.
Right, and I forget sometimes to pull people up. That's why I'm trying to do it now.
Yeah. And when you're doing an interview like that, sometimes you can't say hi because the person's talking or your co-host is talking, or so you have to, sometimes you pull up the comments just to acknowledge, hey, I see you. I can't say anything because someone's talking, but I see you. So I'm putting up your comment. So that is a strategy us YouTubers use in our interviews, is to pull up your comment to show you that we see that you're there.
Hey, AR Patriot 1776. That's Mr. Elliott. He has been with me since probably day one. Great fella. And he's one of those that deals with the weaponry and stuff. And so he had to do a lot of changing on his channel to make sure that he was in the guidelines. So if y'all can go over and support him, AR, if you would, just drop the word hillbilly to drop your channel. We would love to see you here. Hey, Tuber Chat, welcome in. That's Kevin. We're so glad that you're here. We're talking about the live that was on Gail and Heather's channel the other night with Bushcraft Family. Gave a lot of YouTube good tips for YouTube channels to go by. He's got a lot of the inside information, so we were excited about that. And he's just an all-around.
The secret of my success.
Yeah, the secret of my success. And Kevin's also doing some growth tips on his channel with people that are over 10K on their channels of how they got there. So you both are kind of on the same wavelength there. And it's exciting to see those. And I've got to go back and watch some of Kevin's because I've been so busy with all the stuff happening around our house that I haven't had time to really sit down and do what I like to do. The well issue led to a hot water tank issue. So we have no hot water now, but we have water. Yeah. And then we have the water leak that we had in the canning room, which was actually the guest bathroom. We had a hole in the floor and a hole in the wall, and a snake got in there yesterday. Y'all scared the heebie-jeebies out of me.
I saw that picture. That would freak me out. But yeah, I would love to have Kevin from Tuber Chat on the new series. That would be awesome.
We had sticky traps around, and I can't say enough about the sticky traps catching that snake. Hey, Jaden, welcome in. That's Jaden 0428.
Yeah, I need to do a video on our new bug traps that we have.
Yeah, that would be exciting. Y'all make sure you're sharing this out, because I really would like to get us up to at least 50 in the chat if we can't get to the 100. I'm trying to stay in my 1.5 hour limit, because I think most people don't like to go over that to watch a live or replay. So I try to keep it in that, but I'm excited to have Gail up here with Gail Southern Living and Broken Hearts Ministry. She just recently hit the first tier of monetization on the Broken Hearts Ministry. She's going to be doing a giveaway celebration type thing on that channel. So y'all be on the lookout for that. And I think that's this coming week.
Tonight.
Okay.
Monetization celebration this evening, 5 p.m. Central Standard Time.
Yeah. Super, super exciting times. So many channels are hitting their marks, and I'm missing out on so many channels that I follow that are hitting them, because I'm just so busy, y'all. Y'all just don't understand. And I've got bukus of tomatoes coming in now. So canning season is officially open.
Yes.
I've got 6 gallons in the freezer, and I've got another 2 gallons sitting on my counter. And then I've got to go out and pick tomatoes this evening, because I've been
trying to process things too. I was putting up my evergreen bunchy onions, and I've been picking ground cherries every night. I'm saving them in the freezer, and I'm going to make some ground cherry jelly this fall.
Oh, yum. That's going to be so good, I'm sure. Those ground cherries are humongous. I was looking at that video. I was like, oh my gosh, you got a green thumb there, Gail.
Yeah, but I did get attacked by bugs, so that's going to be my last garden tour for the year.
Yeah, so I'm getting attacked.
My August garden tour club, I'm going to make a video of me amending my soil. So that's going to be my August garden tour club, because I had to stretch it just to make that little video, because everything's just getting attacked by bugs. I do have a second planting of zucchini, though, after the vine borers. It looks good right now. I just checked on it this morning. It still looks great. So we'll see.
Hey, Roadkill Gaming Jory, welcome in. That's another great channel if you like watching the game shows, the videos, video gaming. Yeah, I went out there. Now I spray down every time I go outside, and I take the spray with me, because I'm spraying over and over again, because I'm using a natural spray. Mm-hmm. And I reach my hands into the tomatoes, and I come out with insect bites all over me. Even with the sprays, they don't care. They're just attacking. The bugs have been bad. The worms have been bad. The heat has been bad. First, we had too much rain. Then we had too much heat. We've got the remnants of burl coming through our area for the next few days. We get the outer bands, I think. And it seems to be moving west of us, so we may not get any more. I don't know. But I was so thankful for the rain. Yeah. We were so thankful for the rain, though, because we had no water.
Yeah, we had rain Friday, but I was out of town doing the homeless ministry on Friday with Mom, so I didn't get to see the rain, but it happened supposedly. So
yeah,
I didn't have to water that day. I have a smaller amount of things to water now that the bugs have attacked me. I've had the vine borers, the squash bugs, the pill bugs, the black fuzzy worms, some other unidentified worms, and ants, but the ants were on the lowest end of the predators this year, there were years that was my worst predator. So I've managed to get the ant population down.
Yeah, see, we have sandy soil here, and we've been seeing anthills just pop up overnight. And so I'm taking
boiling water on my anthills.
Yeah, dinaceous earth will kill them too. So I'm out there with the dinaceous earth.
When you are pouring the boiling water and you see the white come up, that's the ant larvae. And so you're killing the babies. So you have a less chance of it being bigger. But I've also heard they can be way up under the ground. But I'm having the ants weren't the worst predator. Maybe some of the predators that got my yard eat ants. I don't know. Hey, I'm going to make some videos this fall and winter about how to keep your bug population down, how to grow the things that attract the predators of the bugs that are attacking your plants, stuff like that. Just progressive, I'm going to learn it and then I'm going to teach it back so somebody else can benefit.
Yeah, share the information because we all need it. Exactly. I want to welcome in Ashley Ratliff. Thank you for coming in. And Almost a Green Acre. So glad that you're here with us today. We are celebrating. We're still celebrating the 4th, y'all. I got to straighten my crown again. I have a new command that I can use on my lives. I got to find it again because I'm not on my live. Shame on me. There I am. It is called, let me put it in here if I can get it to pull up. My phone is acting stupid. Let me redo that. I've been playing with StreamYard commands and stuff, learning the ropes because I'm so far behind. I'm a slow learner, y'all. I used to be a fast learner. I'm not anymore. I'm just slowly learning the ropes. So this command is, and if I've typed it in there right, maybe it'll come up. And if it doesn't come up, there's nobody lurking. Are you a lurker? I want to know if you're lurking today. So sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. But that's one of the ones that I just learned. There's a few of them in here. There's one called iFilters for spam.
People that are here but not talking.
Well, for spammers that are in the chat that are known spammers, it will point them out. Y'all are seeing the hi, hello, and the hey, welcoming you in. So anytime you use that word, it's going to pull you up and say, welcome to the chat or something to that effect.
Awesome.
So Almost Green Acre, her name is Krista. Write that down. I'm real bad with names, y'all, so you have to forgive me. So our garden is doing really, really good. We've had some fails. We've had some good things, fails. I got two burn up bean plants out there from the heat. We've got little baby watermelons growing, little pumpkins growing, and a lot of big cantaloupes growing right now. So I'm going to be bringing in the fruit. I'm excited about that. And most of that will probably get cut up and put into the freezer. So we'll have it all winter long for smoothies or whatever. Homesteading in general, it's been a real struggle this year. We've had so many problems with our mobile home and with the well and everything going on. It's been a real struggle. The weeds in the garden, though, oh my God, I have never seen so many weeds.
When the bugs attacked it, I let the weeds go.
Yeah.
Done. It's so bad, the weeds, I will have to till it to
right.
do it.
Almost a Green Acre, there's a little @ below your channel name. And it's usually your channel name followed by some numbers. You can add your name there. Or you can go in and you can actually change it in, what is that called that we go to? The
handle
studio.
Customization. YouTube Studio and then customization.
Yeah, customization. So that's how you would add your name to your channel. Let's see. Beating the heat in July. Oh my gosh. You walk outside and you suffocate. I mean, literally. We had 114-degree heat index here in our area. And it was just smothering. You walk out and you couldn't be out there more than 5 minutes. You come in a full sweat. I was changing clothes constantly when I was trying to get out there.
By staying inside.
We were given putting ice bottles into the chicken waterers to kind of keep the water cool. Because I didn't have water, I couldn't change the water out because of the well. So I was taking water bottles out and our ice bottles out and putting them in there, and it would cool them off for a little while. I was pulling stuff out of my freezer to give to them, anything that was going to keep them from dying. And we did lose a few hens. We have hens that are 4 years old, and so we did lose some hens.
I lost 2 last year in the summer when I was on a trip. Hubby was struggling to take care of his job and other things.
Yeah, I'm pulling up Heather's comment. I have weird tan lines on my feet. Yeah, I mean, it's just, we've gone from, a really weird, cold, long into spring, and now we've got the heat wave from hell coming in. Yeah, the humidity is really bad. We've had very bad humidity here. I like the little pop-up showers when the humidity gets that high, though, so it kind of helps. Yeah, it's like getting slapped with a blanket soaked in hot water. Yeah.
I'm looking forward to the fall.
Yeah. I am too. I tell you the truth, spring and fall are my favorite seasons. My garden is so late, and it's barely getting going here in Eastern Canada. Hot and humid here. A week now, 30 degrees Celsius in the morning and 40s with humidity. I guess that's the high 90s to low 100s. Wow. Well, you can put shade cloths over your garden, maybe water it twice a day to kind of help your plants along. Give it a little bit of Epsom salt. You can actually put Epsom salt in a spray bottle if your plants are looking yellow, and just spray the leaves. It will give them that magnesium that they're seeking. There's a lot of things you can do to help your garden.
That's a good tip.
I don't use shade cloths here. I try to create shade boundaries, like with the bean trellis and the cucumber trellis, to kind of shade some of the other plants. Although I wished I had a couple of years ago, because we had it so bad.
Yeah.
Okay, Beryl is leaving North America starting tonight in New Brunswick, Canada. Well, hopefully you will get some rain and relief from that, but it won't be bad. When it first came in, though, it was like, oh, we know that storm's here, because it was thunder, lightning, and just
so angry.
Yeah.
It was spooky.
Hey, Shannon, my little homestead, welcome in.
Hi, Shannon. Oh, you know what hubby ordered me on Amazon this morning? Neem oil.
Use it sparingly, because it will kill bees. I'm just going to give you that heads up. Use it sparingly. I haven't used it, but I tried to.
He asked me if I wanted to spray, and I said, no, I don't want it in a spray. I said, I want to be able to mix it up myself so that it's not too highly concentrated, because I've heard it can burn your leaves burn your plants out too. So
I think,
but I have to try something. I had a terrible predator year.
Yeah, I think Simply Dan came in. I see Jamie's in the house.
Hi, Jamie.
I'm probably missing people coming in, y'all. So welcome in, both of y'all. There are another couple of great channels. I love going over to Jamie and watching what she's cooking. And Jan is just really bringing in the potatoes right now. I've seen so many potatoes coming through.
That garlic was crazy big too. She had some garlic as big as the palm of her hand.
Oh my Lord. And the garlic scapes, and it was just amazing. So some people are getting a bountiful garden, and I'm getting the tomatoes. Let me tell you.
Yeah, I feel like it's not successful because of the bugs. But if you think about it, though, I really did get a good harvest, because I got zucchini and parsley and ground cherries and Mariana tomatoes and evergreen bunchy onion, cilantro and lettuce. So I did have a successful harvest. If you focus on the positive and not the negative, then you'll be doing much better in life. So I've actually started amending some of the soil. And in some areas, I still want to see some flowers. So I've been throwing some flower seeds down, and I'm going to put some soil on top to have some pretty flowers in the yard while I'm amending outside. I could still see the pretty colors and flowers and stuff. So,
yeah. Something has eaten up the leaves off my sunflowers in the back garden. I'm assuming it's hornworms because that's where the tomatoes were always at. So I'll let them eat them. They're not touching.
I think those black fuzzy worms are caterpillars, aren't they?
Yeah, I'm thinking this is a green hornworm. So
yeah, I think mine are caterpillars.
Any vacation plans?
Oh, we're going to Pinecone Fest in October, and that'll be our first big trip with our new camper.
Awesome. We have staycations at our little homestead. We take little day trips, and that's about it because we have so many animals to take care of.
Yeah, we're going to do a little small overnight trip to see his mom on Friday night, and that'll be our first night to stay in the camper, but we'll be at her house, so if something's wrong we can just go inside and sleep, but we're going to just sleep in the camper for the first time Friday night. So I'll make a little video of that.
Awesome.
I'm excited.
Y'all make sure you're doing the thing at the top. I don't even see it on this phone. I have to go look. It's not showing up in my chat. I guess I've lost it. I don't know. I'm so glad that Kevin's got a little bit of time off, though. He works so hard. Yeah, super chat. Look at the kitty. I still want to call that cat Socks.
Yeah. Well, we changed his name to Dawson because it's a boy.
Aw. Okay, we're going to switch gears. We're doing general chat. If there's any topics that y'all want to talk about, just let us know in the chat. But enjoying life to the fullest. Part of the reason that I wanted to do this live today is we want to make America fun again, but enjoying life to the fullest is finding things that you take joy in doing. Gardening happens to be one that Gail and I share, and so many of our homesteading communities share. But there's other genres out there that have, they're fully committed to whatever it is that they do, like the gaming community with the gaming, and so many offshoots of channels because it didn't fit their genre. We'll start new channels. I can't do more than one channel, y'all. I don't have enough brain power to do that anymore. I used to run, a lot of different things, and I can't do it anymore. My mind will not wrap around it, for one. But enjoying life to the fullest, and y'all, I'm in my 60s. I'm in my senior years, and I want to enjoy life. I don't want to keep having well issues, breakdowns and clutter around me and not being able to keep up. And so I'm doing a lot of purging this year to get my joy back. I want to be able to enjoy whatever I want to do that day and not have to worry about it. I have been on this canning kick, since the Cavovo hit, knowing we need to do that. And I need to talk about this topic real quick. I don't like to bring news into my lives much, but this is important for y'all to understand. Norway is preparing for the unthinkable. 30,000 tons of grain, citing war, the pandemic, and climate change, hoping to have 82.5 tons of grain by 2029. Now, they did this, they had a stockpile back from 1950 to 2003 or 2005 or something like that. And then they stopped it. And then all of a sudden they're restocking very quickly. And they want to have enough grain so for 3 months of consumption for Norway's population in a crisis situation. There is also a global seed vault that y'all may not be aware of. It's Valbard, spelled with SV, and I can't even pronounce the second part of that, some 800 miles from the North Pole. Since 2008, gene banks and organizations around the world have deposited nearly 1 million seed samples at that vault bank, up their own collections in case of human-caused or natural disaster. The Norwegian government funded a construction cost while international nonprofit organization pays for the operating costs. This was according to the AP News on June 25th. And along with that, the U.S. farmers, U.S. farmers hoard corn like it's 1988. And this comes from Zero Hedge on 7/8. Corn on decline, making the longest streak since 1959, according to Bloomberg data. Increased planting and another abundant harvest outlook have pressured the prices. As a result, U.S. farmers are now stockpiling corn at levels not seen for decades. The latest data from the USAG is 91.5 million acres are cultivated with corn this year, which is about 1.5 million more acres than forecasted in March. Estimates from Bloomberg were around 90.3 million, again with the war in EU and South American woes and high global demand. So every day there are numerous food recalls. Please, 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 I can't express it enough. Keep your pantries stockpiled. Get those seeds in place so that you have something that you can plant in an emergency. And I wanted to tell you that fear has too many meanings. Forget everything and run, or face everything and rise. That is your choice. The foods you eat are either the safest form of medicine or the slowest form of poison. Let that sink in for a minute. We know that the stuff that they're selling us in the grocery stores is laden with things that we don't need in our bodies. Synthetic vitamins and minerals are being put in things and your body can't absorb it. They are genetically modified. They are grown with glyphosates and other things that are not healthy for us. They're not labeling our food to show all this. And even when it says organic, it's not necessarily organic. So y'all be aware when you go to the grocery store, read the labels. Keep it simple, folks. If it's got more than the ingredients that should be in there, leave it on the shelf. Find you another source. There are sources in the grocery store, rice, enriched rice, and then you look around that shelf and you will find products that says rice. It doesn't say enriched or anything else. Caking agents and stuff like that. I can't harp on that enough. I keep telling y'all this. I hope one day it sinks in with everybody. We don't shop the grocery store unless we absolutely have to and we need an item that we don't have. So we're trying to be really, really cautious about everything we bring in. Even though I still pick up an item or two that I know is not healthy for us, but in a pinch, we might need that. So be aware. Be very, very aware. I'm over adulting now.
Yeah. Adulting is no fun.
Yeah. We're building friendships on this channel and so many others. Y'all keep your contacts. Don't lose friends. A lot of people that were with me at the beginning are no longer with me. They won't even speak to me now. I've reached out to some channels and I don't even get a response. And that's sad. If you reach out to me, I'm going to respond. Now, it may not be the response that you want, but I will respond and I will do it respectfully. I am a big proponent of being moral and respectful. And we are building friendships. I cannot, we're building those friendships. So we want those friendships to stick and to stay. And even if you can't come watch every episode of my channel. If you show up once in a while, I appreciate that. I try to do the same for you. I know Gail does the same thing. She's out there everywhere on lives all the time, and I don't know how she does it. And she puts out all her video content on top of that for all three of your channels. Is it 3 now or 4?
Just 2.
2.
Just 2. Coupon
Okay.
Gale still exists, but it's not in use.
Okay.
It's just a plan B in case in case YouTube decides to ever take my channel down, I can change the name and keep going.
Well, what you want to do is you want to put out some content every once in a while, like once a month on that channel, just to keep it active. So make sure you're doing that.
I think I put out a short or 2, but maybe not like
even if it's just shorts on that channel, that's fine. Coupons that you got in the mail, just do a short with it and show them the coupons. Put links in the description so people can go find those coupons. We're in the middle of summer. Well, we're in the beginning of summer, but it feels like the middle of summer to me.
I still see June as the first of summer personally.
Yeah.
And August as the end of summer. June to August is summer for me personally.
Yeah. Well, but the heat goes on until November here.
Yeah.
It's a good old summertime. Y'all stay hydrated. Get the lemonade out, the limeade. Find you some beverages that's got probiotics in it to keep your body working correctly.
There's a cool collaboration that goes with that. Hashtag hot and cold drinks hosted by Milk and Honey Heritage Farms. And I'm actually putting out a video for that today.
Awesome. I've got a video
collecting those videos all the way through December.
Yeah, I've got a video coming out. I think it's Friday. Let me go look real quick because I can't remember. I put so much stuff out, y'all.
I want to say you had one out come out yesterday. Was it yesterday? Or maybe it was Luann. I don't know.
Yesterday was the trip to the Amish community and the discount store.
Oh, I haven't seen that one.
I've got a final entry on my Grow Big 24 coming out tomorrow. Friday, it's the Garden Tour Club, Weird Container Growing, etc., coming out. And then I've got to work on my weekend and Monday's videos this week. I'm trying to stay ahead of the game so I can do stuff around my house as well.
I actually stopped posting videos on Saturdays and Sundays. They just don't seem to do very well for me. So
yeah, my numbers on my videos, the number of watches have dropped drastically. I don't know what I can do. Yes, Tuber Chat, I'm very sparkly today. But I'm trying to keep up the momentum, y'all. And sometimes when the numbers drop, you get depressed because you don't know what you're doing wrong. And it's summertime. Everybody's on vacation. But you can still run somebody's videos when you're not watching. But although YouTube will pull up, are you still watching this video with a little box and you hit
watch
guess?
later lists are so helpful.
Yeah, the watch later list. I've actually got 2. I do not suggest you ever label your list as watch hours list. YouTube will frown on that. They may pull watch hours from channels.
This is the list that's yours that has the videos you want to watch in it.
Yeah, and it's a private list. It's not out there for public. I have several. I have new channels because I like to catch my new channels. If you're new on this live, you can expect me to be watching your video somewhere within the next 7 days. I will be watching other videos on my watch later list of yours as well. Everybody gets some watch time from me that comes through my lives. You also get it when you go visit my videos. Now, I may not always catch everybody's name, when I'm going through the videos, but I try to make sure that everybody gets a little courtesy return for coming here. and sharing us out. I can't express it enough, but if you share out videos, Gail, how many is it that shares that you get before video really hits the big time?
20.
20. So if you share out somebody's video and 19 other people share out the same video, then it gets into the algorithms pushed further ahead, and that helps our channels to grow as well. So
and we've seen it work. We've done experiments, and we've seen that it actually can work. And I think it's worked really well for my main channel because when I very first got monetized on my channel, this is just we're keeping it real. When I very first got monetized on my channel, I was getting paid every other month.
yeah.
But after a while, the popularity kind of went down, and I started getting paid every third month, right? And then just recently, these past 2 months, I went back to getting paid every other month. So because of my friends, so many of my friends sharing my videos, it's actually helping my YouTube paycheck. So thank you to all you guys. You know who you are. You're the shiznits, guys.
Yeah, the shiznits.
You're awesome. So I appreciate all of y'all and your help, because it is, this YouTube pay for Gail Southern Living is my only spending money I have for myself personally, because hubby pays the bills. This is my money that I earn. Now, the money for Broken Hearts Ministry will go, all of it, everything will go back into the ministry, and there will be videos of every YouTube paycheck of what I bought with that paycheck. So you guys will get to see what your money went toward.
Come on. Bright Eyes that lost her sight, and she's got her eyesight back.
Awesome.
She got her eyesight back. And it was from the protein snacks. And I'm so thankful to Robin at Garden State So-and-so for telling me that. And we didn't have to spend the money to go to the vet. Win-win.
Right. Friends will help.
We take care of all our babies. Don't we, Coco? We had
I got Dawson on my lap right now.
We had our turkey poult fly over the fence yesterday. My husband came home and he said, "You let the turkey poult out front?" I said, "No, it flew over. We think it's a male." So we're happy that it's a male, but one night this week, it's going to get a wing clipped because we don't want him escaping. We've worked too hard to get a male in here, so we don't want to lose him. But he stood right by the gate. He wanted back in that gate. He didn't like being out in the front. New territory, he sees the chickens flying over. We got a couple of them that want to fly over all the time. I really need to go out there and clip all their wings, but we have close to 100 chickens now. And that's going to be an all night session.
I only have 13, so I'm small scale, on that.
Well,
one little tip that I remembered from last night that Bushcraft Family said was, that YouTube does not promote your videos unless they're over 8 minutes.
Right.
And when he said that hit me. I was like, oh my gosh. So they're not promoting my little 4-minute videos. So I'm considering maybe you could combine a friend mail with showing a piece of your garden, or save your friend mail until you have enough to make a longer video. Consider combining things. Like today I was doing my outdoor tour club video, and I got there and I put it in my editing program, and it wasn't long enough. And I said, you know what? This is going to be an 8-minute video no matter what. If I have to go all over Breckenridge to find 8 minutes worth of content, because I didn't want to drive anywhere. So I was like, okay, we're just going to show you some little sights of Breckenridge, some little things. So I think I'm going to go back out tomorrow and clip like another minute or two worth of footage. And I will put all that together, and that'll be a video I put out for next week. So I'm going to try to make a more conscious effort of making the videos 8 minutes. Because, this week I got like 3-4 minute videos out, and that was it. I don't know. I just kind of, but I've been doing a lot of lives and stuff.
Right. I want to welcome in some folks that I missed. I know Simply Jan came in. Jamie's Country Living came in. Rudy Araheta is in the house.
Hey, Rudy.
77, Rudy.
77.
It all adds up. Smoky Mountain Blessed and McKay 235. Welcome in. Welcome in.
McKay.
And the Stock Explorer just showed up. That's Miss Nora.
Hi, Nora.
I was rewatching one of your lives before I started this, Nora. Anybody that leaves comments on my videos, I give a little courtesy visit to your channel. And I may not always be able to hit the thumbs up and leave comments, but just know that it is happening. Hey, Deb S., the Pug Mama Quilter, welcome in.
Yeah, like what I do is like I'll go over and watch Susan's video. And while I'm there, if I've missed any other of her videos, I will add those to my watch later list. So she won't know I watched them because they'll just play sometime.
Right.
But I mean, I'm basically, if you were to look at my phone or my computer, you would see that I watch every single one of her videos. There's absolutely everything is a red line, but you can't see it because I watch one and put 2 in there. And I watch one and put 2 in there. And then I have to keep running those lists to keep up. So it's a struggle, but I try really hard.
I want to tell Jamie, you're not boring, Jamie. I like watching your channel. I don't always get to comment. She's dehydrating celery and boiling eggs for deviled eggs. I boiled eggs this morning for the same purpose. I don't have any dehydrated. Yeah, I do have some dehydrated celery. I need to do some more, though.
Wish I could grow celery.
I tried growing celery last year. I got a little bit to grow, and then it died. But when we had that big cold, it died.
Years ago, it came up, but it never really flourished. I don't think the soil was right.
Hey, storyteller Donnie.
Hi, Donnie.
Joy with Smoky Mountain Blessed would be a good guest for you on your new live adventure.
Is her channel over 5,000?
I think so. I'm pretty sure it is.
I'll write her name down.
Yeah, write her name down because I think her channel is over. And the other channel's growing too, the nature channel.
Yeah, I know.
Y'all go watch Storyteller Donnie. Donnie is working hard to get his channel built up. Papa Smurf Run, welcome in.
Papa Smurf.
I am so thrilled. Oh, you're not over 5K yet, but you're close. I know you're close. Hilly Bill, awesome. What are you doing here? Anybody want to know who that is? That's my husband.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I had a little talk with him about changing his handle on YouTube.
Yeah, I had a talk with my husband about that too a few years ago. And that's when he changed it from his actual name to Taz Adventures.
I got Uncle Sam with me today.
Awesome.
This was in a bag of goodies, and I don't think I paid that much for it, so he was probably less than a dime. He's metal.
I do have something fun planned for my Fall Fest 24 entry video. Not my registration video, but my entry video. So for Gale Southern Living, be looking out for that. I'm taking some special time to do something really cool for that video. So be watching out for that. It'll be really cool.
Yeah.
And I'll be picking a semifinalist from that video. So with the YouTube random comment picker.
Thank you, Joy. That's the Nature ASMR channel that she's changed her name on.
Yeah, I noticed she changed her name because I was trying to find her thing. Fall Fest 49.
I think somebody else.
I wasn't doing it in 1949, Rudy.
So I think she changed it because there's another channel out there that's using the Smoky Mountain Nature.
Yeah. I was worried about Broken Hearts Ministry because there was 2 or 3 other things named Broken Hearts Ministry. But I've been using hashtag Broken Hearts Ministry in every live and every video. and I've basically taken over that hashtag now.
Hey, Herman. Harmon the
my
Great.
name comes up first. So
Yeah. Harmon the Great is in the house, y'all. Harmon, drop your
Hi,
link
Harmon.
and type the word hillbilly. I did I don't know why it's not showing up on my chat. I did a poll at the beginning, a question, and it's not showing up. And I don't know why. Maybe if I pull it up again, it'll show up.
Yeah, I had it over here on my laptop and I answered the question earlier.
Yeah, so I'm like, why is it not showing up? And it's just not showing up. So I don't know the answer to the poll, y'all. It disappeared on me. I have no clue why it went away. If
I don't know
anybody
how
out
to do
there,
polls during lives. I've never done that before.
it's a little plus sign on the side. You know, it's got the dollar sign and it's got a plus sign, and you can go in there and do a question and answer, or you can do a poll or something like that. Deb, if you would give me the totals on that, yes or no, I would appreciate it in chat. That way we can share it, or Heather, either one of you.
Yeah.
We're not going to tell ages, Rudy. I'm sorry. It's bad enough we tell her age now. Homesick won 74%.
My age every time I play trivia on Jamie's Country Living.
Okay, so the question was, are you homesick? And 74 said yes, and 26 said no. So that was pretty good. I'm trying to add more things into my lives to keep it kind of fun and exciting.
I just did a poll on my channel last night, and it was, what are you bringing the most of from your garden? What are you harvesting the most out of your garden? And I listed squash, peppers, tomatoes, melons, and I think I said onion. But anyway, one of my friends had just harvested a bunch of melons, so that's why I put that. I couldn't think of the fifth thing, so I was like, okay, melons, we'll put that.
Yep. Herman. I'm 38. I'll tell my age. I like Nora's answer. She's got an answer for your poll.
Weeds? Oh yeah, me too. Weeds.
We all have weeds
After
this
the
year.
bugs attacked, I just let the weeds take over.
Yeah, cherry tomatoes at the moment is what Jamie's saying.
Cherry tomatoes.
Yeah.
I'm still harvesting ground cherries.
Yeah.
I just harvested about half of my evergreen bunching onion, and I have to go back out there and harvest the rest, because if I don't hurry up and do it, the Texas heat will turn to brown all the green parts of the green onion. So I gotta hurry up about it. I got half of it done, and then I need to go back out there, pull the other half, wash them down, chop them up, and either dehydrate them or put them in the freezer. I do like them in the freezer, because when you're making dinner, you don't have to stop and chop an onion. You could just get your container and pour it into your soup or fajitas or whatever you're doing. You know, it's easy.
It all adds up, 50 and proud. It's nifty to be 50. McKay says, I'm going to get choked up if I talk about my garden. Her garden didn't do well this year.
Me too, McKay. Me too.
Pray for me. Pray for me. I have to stand up for a minute to do something, and my ankle cries in pain. She broke her ankle and she bruised her other knee.
I was watching a video of Jessica Dumpster Girls. Have you ever watched her channel before?
Yeah.
Okay. So I was watching her and I was like, she looks like she's hurt, the last video I watched. And I was like, what in the world? Well, I watched another video later, or maybe it was live. I don't know, but she was talking about it. She jumped into a dumpster and hurt herself in the dumpster. That's what happened. She had a dumpster injury. Seriously, that happened.
And you know, she probably had to have tetanus shots because dumpsters are so dirty.
Oh, I think she broke ribs.
Oh my goodness.
That's what it was. She broke her ribs.
Nora, you do not look like you are the nifty 50. Let me tell you, you look like a little girl.
Who's nifty 50?
Nora, the stock explorer.
No way. Nora is over 50 or 50.
She doesn't look it.
I'm shocked.
It's good genes. What can I tell you? It's good genes and all that sunshine from the Sunshine State. And she gardens. She has a little gardening channel.
Too. Tropical Buzz.
You see Tropical? Oh, it must be on your side.
No, Tropical Buzz is her gardening channel name.
Oh, that's right. I couldn't remember.
That's why I said that. Tropical
Buzz. I need to get over there and check that out. I don't get the...
He's posting on there or not. I'm not getting any notifications.
Yeah, I'm not getting the notifications.
Type it in specifically, I think, to find it. That happens if you don't catch notifications a few times. It kind of like stops sharing that thing with you. So you have to go back and tell them, hey, I'm interested. Give me my notifications.
Herman says he don't have any jeans on right now, just shorts.
Yeah, last night I asked Bushcraft Family, what do you think about shorts? He goes, I like wearing them. Me and Heather are both laughing. We're like, no, you know what we mean.
Thank you for coming in, Andy. Appreciate you being here. And there are 13 stripes on the American flag. There's Tropical Buzz. Thank you for dropping your link. Awesome. I'm going to put you down because I lose channels and then I can't find them sometimes because I don't get around like I should. Mm-hmm. Although I'm everywhere, y'all just don't know. I run my playlists all week long, literally. Every day there's something running in the background. And I actually had to turn off my little cell phone today because the person speaking.
I have to put the volume down because I feel like I'm hearing voices. All of a sudden I'll hear a chicken cackle or a goat or a cow or
I had a
dog barking or whatever in the video. I'm like, oh my goodness.
I had somebody on my cell phone and I had it turned down as low as I could without muting it completely. And they were talking so loud. I said, well, I'm going to just have to turn it off until this is over with and then restart it. But I was so excited about, being able to get through those lives on my playlist because I do watch lives on there as well, y'all. I'm not always able to sit down and watch, but I can listen. Mm-hmm. Susan, you stalking? Yeah, I'm going to be stalking. Y'all make sure you go over and check out Nora's Tropical Buzz channel. She dropped the link, so that's great. Hey, Chris, Sherry Babies. I get that name wrong all the time.
I get lost in that channel name too for some reason.
Because I want to say Shirley. I say because your brain sees so many letters, and you usually see the word Shirley before you see Sherry.
So I'm kind of separating right for my brain, and so my brain doesn't know what to do with it. It's like, oh, wait. Like some channel names, I have to slow down to say the channel name.
Yeah.
Or I'll really make a mess of it.
Well, we are over the 1.5 hour limit. I'm going to do a little devotional. It's a short one, folks. It's not going to be long. And we're going to pray and close this out. I do appreciate Gail coming up. That made it so much better today, Gail.
I'm going to go ahead and drop down while you do the devotional, okay?
Okay. I'm reading out of Second Corinthians chapter 3, verses 17 and 18. Out of the King James Version. Now the Lord is that Spirit. Where the Spirit of the Lord is, there is liberty. But we all, with open face, beholding as in a glass the glory of the Lord, are changed into the same image from glory to glory, even as by the Spirit of the Lord. Our liberty comes through Christ Jesus, folks. We are not really truly free until we accept Jesus. We'll be free from our sins and we will live forever with the Lord. And so liberty, when I think of liberty, I think of freedom in the Lord. I hope that you do too. So that was just a couple of scriptures I wanted to give you. Since we're in the month of July, we're talking about liberty and all that good stuff. I hope you found something interesting in this live today. If you would, do me a favor, if you haven't already, share this live out. I want to thank everybody that has come through the live, everybody that's watching, lurking in the background, and those that will be coming in later to watch. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much, Gail, for being here. I appreciate you being here. Drop your link to your Broken Hearts Ministry as well. Pilot truck stop shut down. Sheriff and fire department at exit 143. Ooh, fun. My husband's driving today, y'all. Be blessed, everybody. Let's pray. Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for this day. We thank you for Gail coming up. Bless her, Lord, and bless everything that she's doing with her ministry and her channels. Father, we thank you for each and every person that has come through the live today in the chat. Bless them, Father, as they go out and they come in, Father. Bless them from the top of their head to the soles of their feet, and place a hedge of protection around each and every one of them. Father, if there's any sick among us, Lord, we know that you will be their healer. We pray for Miss Joy that she will heal from this broken ankle and knee injury, Father, and be up in her game again, Father. Thank you again, Father, for the topics today, for the wonderful people that come through and support my channel. And Lord, give us strength to endure and reach the finish line. In the name of Jesus, amen. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Love you all. Be blessed.